Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Zulhakim Hafizi bin Muhammad ZULKEFLI and my friend name is FARIS. We will present about the evolution of seed plants and angiosperm. Okay, angiosperm is a type of plant that are large and successful group with 217,000 species. It can live in all sorts of habitat from aquatic, very cold or hot weather or tropics weather. Okay, angiosperm is widely ranged in size, from microscopic size duckweed plants to 100-meter tall eucalyptus trees. Okay, angiosperm can also be known as flowering plants because ovules are enclosed within tapered tissue. Okay, angiosperm include all hardwood trees, broadleaf evergreen trees, and herbaceous plants and garden plant. Okay, it means that all fruit, nuts, herbs, green, and grass as a herbaceous plant, and hardwood trees as a hardwood trees plant. Okay, this we know that angiosperm provide food, clothing, medicine, and commercial product. Next, origin and radiation of angiosperm. Okay, angiosperm. Usually, angiosperm will form. Usually, all plants will form incomplete fossil record because they will decay and eaten before they can be preserved. Okay, angiosperm. The earliest angiosperm was found was Archaeopteryx genesis. That was found about 155 million years ago, back to Jurassic age. Okay, Archaeopteryx will form stunning fossil with fruit and flowers. Archaeopteryx, from flower of Archaeopteryx, the botanist found pollen because pollen can preserve well and has characteristic marking that use it to determine date appearance of seed. Okay, based on pollen, the botanist can determine the date appearance of seed because it has characteristic marking. Okay, the most closely related to first angiosperm, which is Amborella trichopada, that has been identified 250 million years ago, or identified by using DNA comparison. The botanists identified that Amborella have ancestral traits. This make it the ancestor of the angiosperm. Okay. The Amborella trichopada help the botanists to understand early adaptive radiation of angiosperm, because as we know, when we look at the angiosperm, this is Amborella trichopada, we can see the Amborella trichopada has flower. It means that all the it means that in the early angiosperm, it has flower. So for Amborella trichopada, the sepal and flower is combined, forming sepals. Okay, next, monocot and eudicote. Okay, the difference of monocot and eudicote. The monocot or monocotyledon has one cotyledon. Okay, if you can see here, there is one cotyledon, while the eudicote has two cotyledon. Okay, you can see here, there is one, and the second one is so yes, two cotyledon. Okay, monocot have flower part in tree or multiple of tree. Yes, we can see here there are 3 parts of flower. Okay, for eudicote, flower part in 4 or 5 or multiple of 4 or 5. You can see here it has 5 parts of the flower. Okay, monocotyledon has pollen grain with 1 pore. Okay, as you can see here, the pore here are 1 pore only. Okay, while the eudicote has pollen grain with 3 pores. Okay, as you can see here, there are 3 pores at the pollen grain. Okay, monocotyledon usually are herbaceous plant, while the eudicote usually are herbaceous plant or woody plant. Okay, monocotyledon usually use parallel venation, while the eudicote or eucotyledon usually net venation. As you can see, the venation of leaf of the one cotyledon is parallel, is straight, while the eudicote has a net because it will be because it will be constricted. Okay, next is monocot. The the vascular bundle are scattered in the stem. Okay, as you can see here, it is scattered in the stem, while in eudicotyledon, vascular bundle is in a ring form. Okay, in monocots, it has fibrous root system. Okay, fibrous root system consists of many branching roots that emerge from the base of the stem. Okay, for the eudicote, it has a taproot system. Okay, as you can see here, the taproot system will grow downward. Okay, so we can differentiate between the taproot system and fibrous root system. Okay, next, the flower structure. The flower is a reproductive organ for angiosperm. Okay, regardless of size and shape, all flowers share certain features, which are: first is sepal, petals, stamens, and carpel. Okay. So first is sepal. Sepal, or beside the name is calyx. Okay. This function is to protect the flower before it opens. Okay. So this is sepal. Okay. This sepal. You know that we protect the flower before it opens, so it will not be eaten by animal or other herbivore. Yes. Second is petals, or in another name, corolla. Okay. Its function is to attract particular pollinator. Okay. Here is petal. Okay. For example, the petal is red to attract hummingbird. So for the hummingbird to spread the pollen grain. Okay. Pollinator is an animal that moves pollen of male anther to stigma flower. Okay, stamen. It consists of two parts. First is filament. That okay, here filament. Okay, that hold up the anther. Anther is a sac-like pollen grain that develop from cell-like structure that contain the pollen grain that develop from microspores during research within the anther. Okay, so in the anther there is microspore that will develop into pollen grain. Okay, the next is carpel. Okay, this is carpel. Okay, first they're located at the center of the flower. It is a vase-like structure with three parts. Okay, first part is stigma and largest sticking out. Okay. Okay, this is stigma. Okay, it is used to stick the pollen grain from anther and allow the pollen grain to form pollen tube. Okay, second is style. Style is used to hold the stigma. Okay, here is style. Okay, and the third is ovary. It is an enlarged base that encloses one or more ovule. Okay, after pollination, ovule will become the seed, and the ovary will become the fruit. Okay, incomplete flower. Okay, in other words, the flower, okay, the flower anatomy. Okay, a flower is said to be complete if they have all four parts: with sepals, petals, stamens, and carpel. Okay, which has been discussed before. Okay, incomplete plant, they may contain all four parts of it and lack one or more part of it. Okay, perfect flower must have both stamen and carpel. It doesn't mean it has to have sepal and petals. Perfect flower must have stamen and carpel only. Okay, imperfect flower will lack stamen or carpel and must not have both of it. Okay, inflorescence flower is a group of cluster of flower shoot where flowers are formed. Okay, inflorescence flower, for example, botany plants. Okay, as you can see here, inflorescence flower. Okay, by definition, is a group of a cluster of flowers. Okay, so here, here is the shoot. Okay, the shoot. There are 3 flowers here. So we know that from where the shoot form, there are 3 group of cluster of flower. So it is called inflorescence flower. Okay, composite flower or capitulum. Another name capitulum. Appear to be single flower but consists of a group of tiny flower. Okay. So as you can see here, sunflower is only a single flower, but it consists of at the center of the sunflower, you can see of small group of flowers. So that's all from me. Next, I will give it to Alif.
Okay, thank you, Zulhakim, for giving me a chance to talk about yeah, to talk about flower plant life cycle. Okay. Yeah, as we know, there are 2 types of gametophyte, which is male and female. So dia ada jantan dengan betina lah. Okay. So male gametophyte jantan punya adalah enter. Okay, bila kita potong enter tu, kita akan jumpa pollen sac. Pollen sac ni butir dia bunga lah. Butir dia bunga kan?
Betul.
Butir dia bunga. So kalau macam female gametophyte pula, dia ada dalam ovari. Dalam ovari tu, in an ovule within an ovary, a megaspore mother cell undergoes meiosis to produce 4 megaspore. So dalam ovari ni ada megaspore lah. Bila megaspore ni dia akan undergoes meiosis. So microspore ni pun dia akan undergoes meiosis juga lah. Menghasilkan 4 microspore. Ni menghasilkan 4 megaspore. Okey, tapi dalam megaspore ni kan dia hasilkan 4 kan. Tapi 3 ni dia unfunctional. Dia 1 je lah function. Function 1, 3 lagi tak function. Okey, lepas tu microspore develop into male gametophyte. Okey, so microspore ni dia akan mitosis. Lepas tu dia akan menjadi male gametophyte, which is pollen grain. Okey, untuk megaspore pula dia akan mitosis juga. 1 megaspore tu akan mitosis juga menghasilkan embryo sac. Embryo sac ni female gametophyte lah. Okey. Okey, faham Kim?
Faham.
Okey. Okey, lepas tu bila dekat sini dia akan menghasilkan dia akan berlaku proses pollination. Bahasa Melayu pendebungaan lah. Pollination occurs, a pollen grain germinate and produce a pollen tube. Okay, so pollen grain ni akan masuk kat sini. Lepas tu dia akan sperm during double one sperm from the male gametophyte will fertilize the egg. Another sperm will join with polar nuclei to produce the tree and endosperm. So ada dua proses fertilization kat sini. Satu male gametophyte akan bersenyawa dengan satu telur. Satu lagi sperm akan will join with polar nuclei to produce the tree and endosperm. Okay, dua fertilization ni lagi, sebab tu kita panggil double fertilization, sebab ada dua fertilization. Okay, lepas tu the ovule develops into seed containing the embryonic saprophyte and endosperm. Okay, seed akan jadi seed akan jadi pula. Ovule akan jadi biji, ovule akan jadi seed. Lepas tu dia akan melalui fasa pematangan lah, matured seed. Lepas tu dia akan jadi matured seed. Lepas tu dia akan mitosis, lepas tu dia akan pusing balik. pusing balik, so kita panggil plant life cycle. Lepas tu ovary pula dia akan jadi buah. Boleh tak macam tu?
Boleh.
Sekejap, macam mana nak ni? Okay. Flowers and diversification. Flowers are involved in the production and development of spores, gametophytes, gametes, and embryos. Successful completion of sexual reproduction in angiosperm requires the effective dispersal of pollen and seed. So flowers ni dia very important dalam production and development of pokok tu sendiri lah. Sebab flowers ni penting lah. Sebab kat tu ada spores, kat situ ada spore. Okay. So macam mana flowers ni boleh dispersed? There's many way to flowers and seed can be dispersed. Okay, dia ada banyak type of flowers lah. Dia such as wind pollinated flowers, birds pollinated flowers, dan night blooming flowers. Untuk wind pollinated flowers ni biasanya dia tak atraktif lah sebab dia tak perlukan ejen pendebungaan. Sebab ejen pendebungaan dia just angin. Tapi untuk bird dengan night ni, bird ni termasuk insect sekali lah. Dia sebenarnya haiwan lah semua. Dia biasanya cantik, dia colourful lah. Tapi untuk night blooming flowers pula, dia biasanya dia warna putih, lepas tu dia ada bau yang kuat. Tu untuk night. Lepas tu example of pollinators, bees, wasps, flies, butterflies and moths. Lepas tu contoh dia macam bees ni. Bees will go to the flower to take the nectar. Lepas tu daripada ambil nectar tu pollen grain tu mungkin ada terlekat dekat kaki dia ke, dekat ekor dia, dekat mana-mana lah. Lepas tu bila dia pergi balik, bila dia pergi dekat pokok lain, bunga tu akan jatuh, lepas tu dia akan berlaku pendebungaan kat situ. Pendebungaan kita panggil cross pollination kat situ kita panggil. Cross pollination ni penting lah supaya boleh hasilkan variasi untuk macam-macam, penting lah. Okay, seed dispersal pula dia untuk bawa satu pokok ke pokok lain lah. Untuk tumbuh pokok untuk banyak ke pokok tu lah. Okay, tapi dia punya agent dia gravity, wind, water, animal. Wind ni bila macam untuk macam spores untuk benda-benda kecil dia macam bila dia explode bila macam pecah, lepas tu angin yang akan bawa dia tempat lain. Tapi untuk wind pula angin ni untuk water biasanya macam pokok kelapa, macam buah kelapa jatuh dalam pokok lepas tu dia akan bawa oleh air. Lepas tu pokok-pokok yang biasa duduk dekat dengan kawasan air semua water seed je biasa. Lepas tu macam untuk animal pula dia macam buah-buah macam yang boleh makan lah, macam sedap untuk makan, fleshy, fruity juice. Lepas tu macam kalau macam monyet ke dia makan mangga, lepas tu dia buang je tempat merata-rata. Itulah kita panggil sebagai seed dispersals of animal. That's all from me. Thank you.